To invent a handmade cake from scratch, it helps to have some inspiration. And you never know where and when inspiration will strike.
In 1986, brothers Michael and Marty, along with their parents Lena and Harvey, opened La Rocca Creative Cakes in Woodbridge, Ontario. The bakery was named after their Italian grandmother, who started baking in Naples.
The desserts that we're making here in La Rocca is a kind of a hybrid between, classic Italian and North American style desserts.
Now they operate out of a 40,000 square foot facility in Richmond Hill, Ontario.
But to create a cake, Chef Marty was open for inspiration from outside the family.
About 2 o'clock in the morning, I was driving along, and the moon was kind of shining through the clouds. And I looked up, I just thought of something with caramel and pecans and light and crunchy and fluffy. And I thought, how am I going to put it together?
For Chef Marty, the moon isn't made of cheese. It's clearly made of cake. After 2 weeks of intense testing, he perfected the Super Caramel Crunch Cake.
Now, an average of 3,500 of the handmade lunar-inspired creations are purchased every day.
With customer orders piling up, it's crunch time. The meringue is made first because it takes the longest to prepare.
The baker is now blending by hand, 10s and 20, 30, hundreds of bowls. But you know what? You gotta keep to what works, and making small batches of meringue is a better way of doing it.
The egg whites are whipped until they keep stiff peaks. A little sugar is added, and when they shine, they're ready for folding.
Folding is a way of gently incorporating ingredients. That way the meringue stays full of air and doesn't deflate when the pecans are added.
We buy grade A pecans from California. We crush them ourselves to retain all the oils and everything inside the meringue.
The mixture is squeezed out through a piping bag. Then, the meringues are baked at 290 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. Stack all the meringues made in a year on top of each other, and it would reach 7 stories tall.
The second layer, caramel, begins with lots of butter and sugar, a big splash of cream, and then the secret ingredient that makes it super.
This is excellent. It's nice and sweet.
They happily use 150,000 liters of caramel every year.
And finally, the third layer, whipped cream. In 1 year, La Rocca used enough whipped cream on their Super Caramel Crunch Cakes to fill up 10 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
And that would make for a wonderful swim.
Computers monitor the mixing of 35% cream, so it comes out just right.
We beat the eggs, we whip the cream. Might sound cruel, but it's really tasty.
With the layers prepared, it's time to assemble. A room of 150 skilled bakers decorate all the La Rocca cakes by hand. Every minute, 12 cakes pass under each baker. It takes 14 bakers to assemble and decorate just 1 cake.
2 at a time, meringues travel down the conveyor, and Sylvia spreads a layer of thick, rich caramel. Then the funnel drops a dollop of whipped cream before these decadent layers become one tall cake.
But it's not quite done yet. Even more caramel is piped on.
The cakes are fragile, so they get a protective dome before they're packaged into boxes and sent to stores across North America.
A crunchy dessert inspired from out of this world, the La Rocca Super Caramel Crunch Cake packs a taste you're sure to be over the moon for.